I'm glad we've reached this part. Let's go over some recording tips that will help you get more out of your episodes and get more out of your podcast preparation. Speak. Don't aim to be perfect. Perfection is the enemy of progress. I've met a lot of people who, in an effort to be perfect in what they're doing, never ever start. And so the philosophy that you want to take as far as moving forward is to simply take that step. With every step that you take, you're going to get better and better. Secondly, I call this Kaizen. I learned about this when I was working in an investment bank, one of the biggest in the world. It is a Japanese word for improvement, and it focuses on steady and continuous improvement. Well, a lot of people may tell you to try to exclude background noises, and that is a very good advice. However, if it helps to tell your story, include it, but also make sure that your voice is prominent above it all. This next one really helps with your elocution, with your how you pronounce and how you sound. Stand up and speak. If you can stand up when you're speaking, it helps to provide air support for your diaphragm and helps you deliver a strong and confident elocution. And the fifth one here is really about experimentation. Try different settings, postures, until you find what you can be consistent in. You want to be consistent in the creation of content, and you can only be consistent if you're real. If you're real, then you have a deep well from which to draw from, which is yourself. If you're not consistent, if you're not being yourself, it becomes very difficult to keep up the act. Create quality thumbnails. And what I mean here is, and we talked about this earlier through the video, is creating a picture that represents each episode, one that is compelling, and you can use Canva. It's canva.com, and they have a free and paid membership, but you can put together very simple, very compelling pictorial expressions of your episode. Your name matters. The name of your episode matters, and I like to emphasize the fact that you should stick to your niche in terms of what you name each and every single one of your episodes. The goal here is to help those who would be interested in what you have to offer be able to find it and be able to relate with that content. And so you want to make and help them find your information. And so that includes thinking about your listeners, thinking about your audience when you name your episode. And lastly, stick to your niche, because your niche is what you know. And so you want to make sure not to deviate from it unless your particular topic, unless your particular niche there's a benefit whereby you deviating into another topic is conducive or helpful for your audience. And these are tips that will help you create compelling content that you will be happy to put together for your audience and that your audience can benefit from.